So guys, before we get into this video, let me share with you some of the headlines that I've been making wave on the social media. Like you can see here, the terrorists, the Fulani terrorists that abducted school children in Oyo State have made their demand, and one of the conditions they are giving the Oyo State government is the establishment of Sharia law in Oyo State. Like you can see, this headline here says Oyo abduction bandits reportedly demand implementation of Sharia law in Oyo State as part of their ransom condition. Guys, I'm just wondering what's happening in this country. Can you imagine these terrorists have the audacity to come into somebody's state and begin to demand for your religion to be implemented forcefully on the people, for you to release children, innocent children? Guys, I think at this point now, people will just be thinking, why was Nigeria ever brought together? I mean, you can imagine if the Southwest was on their own, the Southeast is on their own. I mean, every geopolitical zone goes on their own as a country, guys. Everybody will be competing to keep his or her region safe, because what we are seeing now, many people are saying, many Fulanis will come out to say, oh, the Fulanis kidnapping are from Niger. But you know that originally the Fulanis are not part of Nigeria. Now many of them have migrated into Nigeria, but they are not ready to keep Nigeria safe. Like you can see, this headline also says terrorists demand Sharia implementation, money and weapons for release of abducted school children in Oyo State. Guys, that means that these people are really going to stay in captivity. Guys, this is joke taken too far, and I don't know what the Tinubu's government is doing as regards to this. Now, this other headline here says a suspected Fulani bandit man have been apprehended around Bagi, Ibadan, after a gun was found in his luggage this afternoon. So a Fulani man was seen with gun inside his bag, and he was apprehended. Guys, he was apprehended because this is the only tribe that carries gun, and for them, for Nigerian government, it is nothing. It is not a threat. Now, this one's a breaking. See the machine gun these guys are using. One Nigerian, over to you. Keep fighting against our freedom, thinking you will be safe. They are coming. Your brothers and sisters, children will not be spared when they come. Okay, this person is showing, look at the Fulanis here with sophisticated weapons. Guys, look at the level of weapons they are carrying here. That tells you that this country, if they really want to invade and take over this country, it's going to be an easy thing for them, because see, these people are well loaded, well planned. They know the terrain, they understand the Nigerian forest, they know how to mingle their way. With all this level of sophistication, guys, they can just take over Nigeria within a twinkling of an eye if the Tinubu's government fails to act. Guys, now it will shock you to know that a former APC chieftain, a former APC chairman, was kidnapped. Like you can see, this headline here says a video of the former APC chairman of Obi'S local government in Kebbi State and his associate is now circulating on social media from their captivity in Binigwari Forest. So this man, one of them, is an APC chieftain, APC chairman, former APC chairman, and his associate. They were kidnapped. Now they are inside the forest. Who knows how long they trekked to get to where they are, guys. And these guys were seen threatening them with knife that they are going to buy the man. Guys, this is unbelievable what we are seeing under the Tinubu's government. Guys, this is unbelievable. When are all this going to end, guys? This is too much for Nigerians to tolerate and to accommodate. Guys, I don't know what you make of all this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.
You ask, how am I going to move Nigeria from consumption to production? I've just given you an example. You remove the revenue. We're going to remove the revenue sharing formula, replace it with production formula, because we're going to produce for export. You give incentive. When you stop corruption and people don't see people who are going around with huge money without a daytime job, you support export-led turnaround and everything. When you start increasing the power generation, it's been clear that for every 1,000 megawatts of electricity you add to your economy, you could increase your GDP for a developing world between 0.5% to 1%. So the more they are doing it, the more you're getting more power. The greatest problem of production today is power. So the more you're increasing the availability of power in facilities, in areas like Aba, the more. Your port that you said is the difficult thing, port is supposed to be a trade facilitator. If you go to Port Harcourt, for example, today Port Harcourt is a place you can develop as export port, poor people in Aba, support people in the southeast. The country is so sophisticated that you can plan it today that all your agriculture is in the north, with Kano and Kaduna as a processing center. Lagos State drives your financial sector, while the east drives your manufacturing sector. Easily, you can plan. It's a country that everywhere will be booming if you put it right. So, how did Vietnam start production? It was just leadership. Vietnam used to be the biggest rice importer. Today they export rice. There's nothing in it. It's just a question of saying this is where we want to go, and we are driving this vehicle in that direction without any excuse. There's nothing. So, and that's where you people come in. Because I said you have the resources. 3, 4 of you can stay here and say, okay, we are going to, like the Chinese did, we are going to Nigeria to start a factory that will do this, maybe this clothing we are talking, export it here, we'll sell it here. That's what you people are going to do. And we'll be receiving it. Not that you're sending money for people to eat. No. So it is something that is doable. The fourth question, which is the final one, I can't remember very well, but the fourth question was the issue of, what was the first question? Now, manufacturing. ECOWAS. Let me tell you, Africa remains the center of our foreign policy. But you can't talk about foreign policy without having strong domestic policy. That's where you start. All these things you see, they are grouping G5, G7, G10, G20, G is economy. If your economy is good, they are putting 1 G. If it's not good, you are G-less. It's mainly economy. What makes anybody G7 or G20? They will even invite you for meeting. It's like that. It's even as it's the same thing with even human being. If you are doing well, you are invited. If you are not doing well, nobody invites you to any place. It's simple. No invitation. You know, no invitation. And so no invitation. I used to have a very rich uncle. And when you're driving with him, you will see somebody say, "No, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this person." And suddenly you see another person say, "Hey, stop that man, stop that man." So one day, uncle, you said you don't want to see this. You don't see this. This man is full of trouble. This one is, so it's the same thing. If you're doing well, you're invited. If you're not doing well, nobody wants to see because you come with trouble. So all this Jesus is your economy. So your foreign policy must be driven by your strong domestic policy. There's nothing that made America first world, except that they have something to offer. There's no reason why you want to come here. This place can be Nigeria. Nobody wants to go there. Have you ever seen people queuing up in Afghanistan embassy? No. Even if they give it to you free, you don't want to go. So it's a simple thing. So we will do the right thing. Africa will come. There's a time we used to be peacekeeper for everywhere in Africa. That was when we were doing well. There's a time when we talk, other people shake. Now if you talk around, they tell you because they know you are weak. They say, "What are you talking like that? Who are you telling that?" Because they know you're weak. The next set of questions. So, thank you. Let me go on with the next question. Okay, let's deal with these three so that youth, because I like the youth question. Yes. let me assure you, where is the youth? Let me assure you, my daughter, that what we're doing is about your future. We've lost it, but we don't want to bequeath you anarchy. That's why we're doing what we're doing. I'm privileged to have two of you in my house, and I tell them we can't bequeath them anarchy. We're going to fix it. It's going to be difficult. I don't think we're going to do everything. Some of the things you're saying here, we'll still need your brain to do it, because leading and learning is inseparable. A leader doesn't know everything. I don't know everything. Anybody who knows everything is an idiot. So I don't know everything. I learn. So as you're saying what we are going to do, we are going to put some of you with all this talent and energy in a room to tell us what to do. But I can tell you why we will be committed to health. Because three things is what develops a nation. If you go to the greatest measure of development is Human Development Index. And it's three things powers it. Life expectancy, which is health. So that's number one, because health is wealth. So we will invest in it. Two is education. We will invest in it. Three is per capita. So we want to increase it. We want it to be better. So that's it. So we'll make it work. So it's a very simple thing. We're going to invest in it, but the ideas of how we're going to pursue it, we will listen to people. Just like I do, I listen to Professor Tommy and other professors who are far more intelligent than I am. That is the only difference. If I believe in it, I'm going to pursue it, even when every other person around me is not happy with me. I'm going to say this is where, because that's what we can do that is good. So be rest assured we are committed to it. The next question talked about issue of how much politicians earn. Quite frankly, I said it when I was talking, but let me tell you, the salary of the politician is not the problem. It's even what they steal that is the problem. If they take what they paid and go home, they were safe. But what they steal compounds it. But let me even tell you, all those things will be reviewed. I've said it before, that the cost of governance is unacceptable. I've been a governor, so I know. The biggest state, I said before, is California. California is about 3.3 trillion economy, which is 8 times Nigerian economy. Yet, the governor of California cannot move around with 10 vehicles. If they see him in 5 vehicles, he will not be governor the next day. But in Nigeria, he'll be moving around with 30 vehicles. An ambulance that is not a hospital. Even what is worse, they will have office of first lady for the wife with the same number of vehicles. For somebody nobody voted for, had never campaigned, nobody knows he exists. So that when I say that times, people will say, oh, women are also entitled to their own. I say, no. I live with my wife. We are close on everybody. Nobody voted for her. So to create additional confusion for money you need to fix school is not allowed. These are things we must stop. The cost of governance in Nigeria is too high. I saw it myself. There was too much waste. They invite one person for meeting, 30 people will attend. People who have no reason to be there. Nobody invited them, they have no contribution. So all those things must stop. The German Chancellor came to Nigeria. He came on Lufthansa. British people, they come on British Airways. Germany is a 3.8 trillion economy. Britain, 3.1. then somebody who is about 10% of their GDP will carry plane to go and visit them. Somebody who is going to beg, somebody who is going to borrow. That's the problem of Nigeria. You know, somebody who is a refugee wants to wear a designer thing. It's the problem of Nigeria. And he thinks that there's something he will come with. So these are things we must shut down and let things happen the way it happens every other place. We're going to do it. It's not sophisticated. I think that's the two questions. What was the third one? Police. Let me tell you, police is not corrupt. Customs is not corrupt. Not hungry. They're not hungry. The person you need to deal with corruption is the leader. If the leader is not stealing, if the leader is behaving well, police, everybody around him will behave well. When I went to Anambra State to be governor, I'm in my office by 7:30 because that's the time they started work. He would tell you that the first thing when I came out of the plane today, I said, what time is this event? He told me, I said, oh my God, why did you put it at this time? That the problem is that everywhere we've gone, we started by 7:38. So we're coming here with the same mindset. I even told him, I said, I have a slight issue. That on exercising this morning, I banged my head somewhere. That's why you saw something like that. I said, I banged my head somewhere, and I'm having headache. That I want to drink headache. So I said, but why did you, doctor was very nice. He even got me a better headache tablet. So I said to him, why am I saying so? The same civil servants that don't used to go to work early started coming to work early. We moved the education from number 26, 27 to number 1. We didn't change the teachers. It was the same teachers that was teaching when we were 27 that were teaching when we were number 1. What changed? They found out I visited every single secondary school. Every secondary school. Everybody knows that as governor of Anambra State, every secondary school senior prefect had my phone number. So they will tell you, our English teacher is not working. Commissioner, what is happening here? It changed. We returned school to the churches. Supervision changed. Everybody said, the whole thing changed. So if you have a leader, as governor of Anambra State for 8 years, you can go and ask anybody. Nobody drank a bottle of wine in government house. Anybody can tell you, because everybody says, oh, Peter, why not? I said, I'm not running a bar. If you want to drink, you go to a bar and have a drink. It's not here, it's not a bar. So as people stop, I used to have the primate of Church of Nigeria, Peter Knoller. I gave her an appointment on a Monday. I said, I'm going to be in the office by 8. So you can come 8 or 8:30. He said 8:30. And he came and he drove straight to my office. That's how I called him. And he said, my protocol officer, he said, I gave him an appointment, but I'm not here. He said, I'm here. He said, everywhere is looking quiet. Nobody's, he said he's inside, he's just there working. He said, this is the best government house it's been. There's the editor, managing director of Sun newspaper today, wrote a book, Meeting People in Power. Go and read it. He said how I gave him an appointment by 8 in the night. That anywhere they give him an appointment by 8, they expect to see the governor by 12 12. So they were coming by 9 o'clock, hoping to see me by 12. And my procurator said, the man has been waiting for you. So when he came, he said, nobody's seen the... So back to the primate. He said, nobody's there. I said, yes. Because what happened? When I started the walk, every week somebody says coming for courtesy call. One big man or one traditional ruler, he will come. When he's going, they say, Oga, you're supposed to give him something. I say, give him something for what? The man said he wants to see me. He was the one who said here he wants to see me. That he wants to pay me custom. And he's going to say that's how they do it. I said, no. This person came on his own. We didn't invite him. He didn't offer us any service. So what are we giving him money for? What do you think we are doing here? So after some time, nobody comes. They went their way. Simple. What am I trying to say? You can't stop it. We shut down going to Enugu. When I go to Enugu, it's out of station. So when I want to go to Enugu from Waka, 1,500 people follow me. And I said, no more out of station allowance. No more this. When I say I'm going to Enugu, only me will go. Nobody wants to follow me. You know? And it stopped. I told people in Houston yesterday that my head of service, Ngozi Melifong, wrote a book which he called, something he wanted to publish, which I said to him, not now, when I feel, he says, stinginess as a development strategy. Because I was quarreling with them for several years, months, about not money for this, cutting money for this. But what happened? When I came, the judges didn't have vehicle, the permanent sec didn't have vehicle, the magistrate didn't have vehicle. They were being owed pension, gratuity, everything. When I started paying it, they were like, where do you get the money? I said it was those allowances that I stopped that you're using to do this. We started painting schools, go to Anambra, we started buying computers and everything. It was the same money. And that's how we ended up what? We never borrowed 1 naira for 1 day, never asked anybody to do anything, and we ended up living 70-something billion when we were going. Because it's the money. We didn't print money. What we did is to say no to this, no to that. Governor of Anambra State doesn't have to own a house in Abuja. There's no lodge in Abuja because he doesn't live in Abuja. So why is he owning a house in Abuja? You cannot have 20 vehicles going on the road when it's carrying 1 person. So what are you doing? So we shut down all those things. So what am I trying to say? If you tell police, in my 8 years of being governor, go and ask anybody, police does not follow me into a church. And if you come late, if you go late, you stay at the back. That's where latecomers stay. So what we've done in Nigeria that made customer and police behave like that, we have taken rascality and bad behavior as a measure of success and power. So you come to church late, you're going in front of the church when you know you're late. What do you think the people will be learning from you? You're supposed to apologize for even coming late because you are His Excellency. We're supposed to be excellent, and you came late and you're going in front. So these are things that are. Professor Tom is prof. When they called him honorable, I said they should stop calling him honorable. He said he's Professor Tom. He's qualified. He defended it. He wrote the papers to be professor. But what is in Nigeria now? One day he said Professor Peter Obi. This man did not. He didn't write any no research, no paper, nothing. He's going to be a professor. These are things we must stop. People must earn it. When they earn it, same thing, policeman will have good behavior. But if we allow him to push people because you're passing, I'm here with you people, now nobody is pushing you. So tomorrow he becomes president. Yes, people can say don't crowd him, but don't push people. They're not going to, when I go around, people say, oh, be careful. They're going to attack you. They're going, that's in America. How come? You know, anybody who is going to attack me, we all here. Even me, I think I should be feared more from where I'm coming than you people who are here. So it's important that don't talk about police and this is not being, is the behavior of the leaders that have made police behave like a madman, that have made custom behave like a mad person because he's watching his orga. If you give police to follow Tommy today, he will not do the same thing. He will not do it. It's not possible. So it's the people that have to train human beings to behave like human beings, or you train them to become animal, and they behave like animal. And then you turn around and say these people have bad behavior, but it's their orga that is an animal. Thank you. Today I said, congrats that is the woman that is the, am I right? Thank God that is the woman that is the president. I know. Congrats. So let me tell you that it's not even the percentage that is the problem, but even the 5% is stolen. So it's not the quantity. Again, let me tell you, this is where we have a problem. The budget of Nigeria is low compared to budget of other countries, Ghana, everywhere and everything. And often a time you see Nigeria say, have a seat, see Nigerian government say they have a revenue issue. The revenue to GDP is very low. If you follow Nigeria, they will tell you revenue to GDP is very low. And it's true. Our revenue to GDP is low, but our revenue to GDP is low because our productivity to population is low. When you have 35% unemployment and about 15 to 20% underemployment, so you have about 55% unemployment. When I say it, people won't understand. In a country, the ratio of those who are supposed to be productive is supposed to be 60%. It could be less, it could be more, but 60%. That means in a country like Nigeria, that is 200 million, you're supposed to have about 120 million working. I've had people where people say no, it's 95, some say it's 100, but the active working population is about 50 million. So half of your productive capacity is not producing anything. Thereby, you can't go, these people are sending money, are not paying tax, they're not paying anything. What makes the nation is when people are productive, they pay tax. You can't tax unemployed people. If I'm not doing anything, I'm begging money, they send money for me for London, you come and take it for tax. You're looking for fight now. So, people are not paying tax. People are not doing, so you're not generating revenue. For revenue generation for government is that bank account. You see, after COVID, the government of America putting money into people. They're not putting that money as dash, but because they know that if they put money in their hands, there will be effective demand. Local demand, which will prepare companies, which will make people earn money, which they will pay tax, and that's how government work. It's a bank account. You can't go to cash money when you have not paid anything in. So government need to reflect and make the economy work. If you make it work, you can take back. So health, what you're asking, President, we will do all those things.
So guys, I'm quickly going to take you through more headlines on what is happening in Nigeria. Every day you go to the social media is bad news, and for the Tinubu's government, there is no form of seriousness being attached to what is happening, at least to end the criminality. How dare you allow people from other country, you know, How dare you allow people who are from other countries come and make money off of Nigerians, guys? This is very, very unbelievable. I mean, this is unbelievable. Now, let me read out some of the headlines here. This one's happening now in a village in Osun State. Soldiers and suspected bandits reportedly exchanged heavy gunfire while on their way to rescue kidnapped victims, guys. Now, you can see this is what we are saying exactly, guys. In Osun State, guys, in Osun State, the military tried to rescue those who were kidnapped, and guess what? They exchanged gunfire with the terrorists, because, guys, these terrorists are not ready to back down. Now, this other headline is the first governor in the world of history to guard a billboard with police while school children language and kidnappers then clear-cut moron. Guys, this governor is busy protecting Tinubu's billboard using police, guys. They are even changing the police, as in you may go this morning and then your duty, you know, to rotate the duty, guys. Now this headline here says Peter Obi and Kwankwaso want you to get your PVC, make Nigeria okay, guys. Please go and get your PVC. INEC is deregistering people. Make sure your name is on the ballot. Go and verify or validate or revalidate your voter's card, even though it was not announced, but there is need for you to do it, so that if your name is not on the register, you have to raise the alarm, you have to speak up, you have to make INEC to redo your PVC for you, guys. Now this headline is a jollof. That one will be the cheapest community for entertainment industry. Okay, guys, I don't know what you make of all this happening in Nigeria. Now, this is a notorious bandit going live on TikTok, and the DSS can't track him. So a terrorist now, what they wear is military camouflage. They dress like military, and the Nigerian government is fine with it. If it's an ordinary citizen, they will beat the hell out of the person, guys. Unbelievable. Now, Ogabayo, thank you. Joy at last. National problem have been solved. The IDP crackdown team, has arrested Ifechukwu Dennis, who originated the fake voice that he passed on to his gullible target as President Tinubu's voice. Dennis was arrested in Benin. The police will issue an official statement. Okay, so they know how to track Nigerians. That has always remained the question that Nigerians are asking. They know how to track the people, but they cannot track the terrorists, guys. This is it. And this person here said the former governor, the former Lagos State governor, what's his name again? Akinwumi Amode gives his daughter Omotara in marriage to the Kosoko family. Okay, so Governor Amode daughter is wedding, guys. Amode's daughter is wedding to another person, and yeah, that's what Nigerians are actually talking about. What's Peter Obi's crime? He has no crime. So a whole lot is happening. Let me read out this. Is think of this before collecting 10K or bag of rice to sell your soul during the next election. Davido's aide Israel says as he posts video of bandit physically brutalizing a kidnapped victim, guys. Davido's aide Israel is saying, don't collect rice money and forget that you might be a victim, guys. Israel, think about this before collecting 10K half bag of rice, Indomie to sell your soul in next year 2027 election. Many of these evil guys have been arrested, later released under the trick that they have repented. That's even the most annoying thing, guys. That's even the most annoying thing, guys. This is what we are saying. Davido's aid is now the one warning Nigerians, don't collect rice and forget that there is insecurity ravaging Nigeria. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.